think
Yeah,
burnout to some degree is about getting honest with yourself about your capacity,
that's
right?
good.
So
You found the Live Local Marketing Podcast, where business owners share their knowledge about what's working in the market today. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us for the Live Local Marketing Podcast. Today, we're with Melanie. Man, with a big rainbow on your face, how are we feeling today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Doing great, ready to go. So I'm going to give you a little background about Melanie, and then we'll hop right into the questions. So Melanie is the is the founder and chief strategist of Crownsville Media. Sorry about that. She's an SEO and digital marketing agency that helps therapists, healers, small business owners grow thriving practices online. Master's degree in counseling psychology and more than 2 decades experience in mental health and digital publishing. Melanie bridges the gap between healing work and online visibility. And there's more and more and more, but we're going to get into the questions because that's the best way to get to know Melanie. Ma'am, are you ready for the questions?
I am ready.
Let's do it. Talk to us about your first win as an entrepreneur.
My first win as an entrepreneur. I landed a job with John Gray, who wrote the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Oh, really? Cool.
So it was a very fun story. So I was, I trained as a therapist. I was working as a therapist, and I answered an ad in the paper for a relationship-minded salesperson.
Wow.
And I was like, I could do that. Like I tended bar. I could do that. Like I had what I was doing. And in the digital marketing space, I ended up running his website, and I had absolutely no experience with it. So this is
Wow.
2001 I started there. So it was all brand new, and it was absolutely opportunity central. So I ran his website. I learned how to run a community. I learned how to do newsletters. I learned how to do all of this, like what is now like traditional digital publishing, digital marketing.
Yeah.
I had no experience whatsoever. I just had the raw skills and understood therapy. Like I understood the human condition and what people are going through, which is really what is the backbone of marketing, is understanding how people feel and what they're going through, and not all the stuff AI puts in front of you. Like that's the piece of AI that's getting it so wrong, is that it does not have the ability to forecast feelings and to understand what's coming next. And so I don't know, that job was it was a godsend. It was an absolute angelic moment. And I feel like that is what kicked off my whole career. Right. And so that is my big, big win.
That is a great start to it. Holy newspaper ad of all things. I personally believe that if you're going to get a business degree, you also have to take at least 2 or 3 classes in psychology. Tell me why that would help.
Well, because you have to understand how people go through their process to decide on things, right? Most of us don't have some amazing thing right in front of us and go, I'm buying right now. Like we have to be coached into it. And if you understand human psychology, you get how people make decisions, why trust is important, where people say yes, where people say no, and what no's really mean. So I think psychology is the backbone of all of it.
That's awesome. All right. So talk to us about your best habit as an entrepreneur.
I have a couple of good habits. I get up every day at 5:30, right? So I'm an early riser, right? My brain works the best in the morning. Like it's mushy right at the end of the day because I'm thinking and problem solving and all that kind of stuff. So my best habit is I try to go to bed at night at a consistent time, right? I definitely try all of those no tech things in the bedroom to try and like get an actual good night's sleep. But I get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I have like a very consistent morning that I don't really change on the weekends, right? So what I've learned is that, for me personally, if I don't, do my work stuff every day, I do a little bit of work every day. I run my own business, right? But I have on time and I have off time. So that's habit 2. I have an office, this little room here, right? That door shuts when I walk out, right? So I have work time and non-work time. And I've worked from home for 20 years, right? So well before everybody else did, I did. And what I learned is if I'm too distracted by all of the other things calling me, the dishes, the laundry, my cat, like my husband, like all that stuff, if all of that is bothering me, my workday bleeds into my personal life, and I don't feel like I'm on and off, which means I don't recharge, right? So I think entrepreneurs must have very rigorous habits. And, I call them your like life bumpers, right? Like imagine, you need these things that sort of say like, I'm off, I'm not answering my cell phone. I'm not going to not everything's an emergency, right? There definitely are times when you're better off just saying, I'm going to get back to that tomorrow when I'm fresh and I've had a a good cup of coffee. I've had a good night's sleep and I've thought things through. And, habits are important. So whether it's bedtimes or it's how you do your work or when your day stops, you definitely are going to be better and less burned out, frankly, if you stick to those things and find the ones that work for you.
So when you get up at 5:30, do you go right to work, or do you have
No.
like some kind of physical? Most people get up and do something physical right away, or
I
relatively
I
right
have
away.
kids, right? So it makes it a little challenging to do anything too loud in the house, but, like, I meditate in the morning, like, I'll get up in the morning,
Got it.
meditate. So I trained as a meditation teacher also, right? So not that I wanna teach meditation, but I kinda like it. So I'll do that in the morning, and then I have, like, time, if there's anything I need to read, I check all my email, but I, like, clean my inbox out. I don't have a 0 inbox, but I have nothing that's, like, just noisy in my inbox. So
Yeah.
I do that in the morning. And then I feel like I can be like, okay, let's get everybody ready. And then I can get to
Got it. Makes sense.
work.
That
Mhm.
it makes complete sense. Talk to us about a truth in marketing that you wish everybody knew.
Okay, we're a quick break before we get to that next answer because I know that answer is going to be brilliant, which is why I chose this moment to interrupt. If you love what you're seeing and you want to run your business off of warm marketing and referrals, visit our website, livelocalwarmmarketing.com. It's got valuable resources, office hours, memberships, the book, an array of resources to help you get rid of cold calls, cold leads, door knocking, and run a business you can be proud of through referrals and warm marketing. Now, back to the show.
Okay, so there's this thing in SEO called link building, right? You've probably had a million people reach out to you and say, like, oh, you should buy links or get links on all these other sites. And somehow it's going to be the magic bullet that's going to get lots of visibility to your website. It 100% does not work, right? So
Okay, good.
the
That's awesome.
like good links from really well reputationed websites can be beneficial to you, but the big thing with marketing is about attention. So we live, Gary Vaynerchuk, this is his idea, but it's called the attention economy, right? So
Yeah.
the idea is really like where you spend your time is valuable. Like your
Yeah.
time really really matters. So linking and link building, if it's on poorly done websites or not very honorable websites or websites that don't have a lot of trust factors to them, the problem is those things will never build you anything on your website. They will never get you positive traction. You'll never get a client from it. You'll never get a lead from it. So I think that is something that is absolute bunk, and we should do away with the practice. Has had a little bit of a renaissance because of AI, right? Because AI is such a popularity contest, and one of the ways you can get more popular is if you have other websites linking to you. But it's really only effective if it's big name, highly visible websites. So you have to pay for that stuff. And you're going to pay a premium to get a link. You might even, I mean, everybody's been offered links from Forbes, right? So there's these link farm kind of websites. They only matter if people click them and they come to your website. Otherwise, they're not doing you really any benefit whatsoever. It's sort of like a signal that people think means something, but it really doesn't. You're better off spending that money hiring a PR person if you really want to go for it, or just honestly writing something worthwhile for people to read on your website. Like, don't buy links. It's a dumb practice.
Good. That's great advice. All right. So, what things do you still do in your business, and what things are you handing off to AI or like a team?
Oh, great. I do have a team. So, what do I still do in my business? I do all of the strategy for the SEO in my business. Like I retain, because it's what I'm good at. I get the tools, I understand it. I maintain the strategy and the focus and where we're going. So I have a buck stops with me sort of attitude, and I hand a lot of stuff off to my team. Like their tasks, like doing an email campaign for a client, right? I'll strategize and hand it off to them to write. My rule is if 80% is done by the team, it's perfect, right? It's
Good.
perfect. I didn't have to do it, right? So I just have to do 20%. But I think that one of the things as business owners we often do badly is that we hand tasks to people that are not really talented enough to do them. Right. So we get
Mm,
a VA, or, we found somebody, and, this is this great thing because we needed someone to help us out, but we give them tasks that we don't upskill them in. So training your team, I buy trainings for all of my staff. I do a lot of work to help them learn things. And yes, sometimes that means people go, wow, I got this amazing new skill I want to raise, or I'm going to leave and go do
yeah.
this thing myself.
Yeah.
Whatever, you got a good person for a while, right? They're not meant to be necessarily there forever. but upskilling your team and giving people tasks that they are talented and curious and interested in always delivers a better product, right? So the social media person, if they don't like working in Canva, right, that's the wrong fit, right? The
Yeah.
community manager, if they don't like, going out and talking to people about, answering questions and asking for things, they're the wrong community manager. The blogger, wrong person. The second part of your question was, what do we do with AI? Right.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of stuff with AI, and I use it fundamentally to refine my thinking. Right. So I'm
That makes
thinking
sense.
about this. What do you think? I have tricks about AI too, but like I use it to help as a thinking partner fundamentally.
Bouncing ideas and stuff off of them,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Like,
it starts with your idea, and then they just spitball some other stuff at you, or how do you usually use it?
totally yes. So here's what I say about AI. Everything that's in AI, somebody else has already created. There's nothing original, right? There's nothing new, there's nothing original. So if we want to be in business doing what we do down the road, we have to innovate and we have to be thinking ahead of our clients, right? So if you use AI to do all of your daily tasks, it's pulling all of the copy and all of the linking and all
Yeah.
the insights from everybody else, right? AI doesn't forecast well. It doesn't put all of the things about your industry into its engine, even when you train it, which I do, right? But even when you train it, what you get back from it is something it's spitting out that looks like everybody else's. So you don't actually save time with AI. You just spend the time editing or spend the time doing other tasks to like reorganize. So thinking through what you need AI to do for you that you're just not good at. Like for example, for blogging, I'll give clients keywords to write on that we know have good search, good visibility. They're not so competitive that they can't rank highly for them or get seen in AI for them. And I'll lay out the article and I'll outline it. Then you can have chat write that for you, right?
Yep.
Once chat writes it, you've got to pull it back and edit the whole thing, right? Because it sounds like it's been written by an AI robot. So the time you would have spent writing and doing it originally, now you're spending editing because you need it to sound and have your voice to it. And chat and Gemini and none of these are good at it. None of them,
No.
right? So you definitely have to spend time one way or the other.
Gotcha. That's
Yeah.
good. Oh, perfect. All right. So the next question I always ask is about budgeting, but usually I ask about minimum budget. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Let's talk about an audience member or client or somebody who's got a pretty sizable budget. Let's say their marketing budget's like 20, 30,000. What kind of things should they be doing to maximize their money?
Are you talking a month or a year?
You know what? Let's do month. Let's have some fun with
Okay.
it.
So you're doing something monthly. They should be updating some stuff on their website. So there's some fresh content on their website on a regular basis, right? They should be looking at lead gen tools, right? Because all of us need more leads. So if you're developing your budget, what are you doing in the form of ebooks? What are you doing in the form of downloadables,
That's
automations?
good.
What are you doing to bring people in and nurture people through your lead process? And you're going to pay for those things if you want them to be designed well and look well. So all the visible elements of your website need to be cohesive, right? And with AI, I said this before, AI is a popularity contest. So you have to be producing fresh, original content. But honestly, like one thing I have clients invest in is research. So everybody can do client research depending on what their industry is, looking at variables like when do people buy? How do they buy? What do they spend? What are their pain points? And you want to stay ahead of your client, of your competition, but equally you want to stay ahead of your clients and anticipate what they need next. So if you're doing original data collection, so let's say every client that comes in, you're doing a little survey, nothing too complicated, but you're doing a survey. Over time, your survey results prove the value of you, right? So now you've got something that's like, okay, so you work with our business for a year and you're going to get these kinds of results. It's not produced by AI. It's backed up by your experience. And those kinds of things are trust factors that cause people to buy from you. So if somebody's got a big enough budget, I always push them to how can you prove to the world you're the best person in your industry to hire without relying on ChatGPT or something else. That is what I would tell every single person to do. And then it lives on in perpetuity for you for 4 or 5 years until you do it again.
That was that's a fascinating answer. You went to the opposite direction of AI stuff. And you're saying, if you've got the money, more authentic is better landing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh man. All right. So what strategies don't you do anymore? Like, hey, this we used to do this, doesn't work anymore. Stop doing it. ROI is not there.
I mean, the link thing is big, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
the
what I was gonna
link
come
thing
back to
is
the links.
like,
Yeah.
don't even bother with that. I feel like joining, okay, so I worked for a company called Your Tango for years. So Your Tango is an online magazine, effectively. And we had a service where experts would join and they would publish on our website, right? And it was great. It was in the 2010s to 2020. Like, it was a great experience. Those kinds of things don't work anymore, right?
Mhm.
So publishing on other websites at the cost of not publishing yourself or building up your own body of work that all lives on your
Yep.
own website, it doesn't really work in the same way. Now, PR is having a renaissance, right? So, because ChatGPT being a popularity contest, you got two ways into ChatGPT. You're either the biggest game in town, or you're mentioned on the biggest game in town, or you have a super niche, right? You're the only guy in town that does X or Y or Z, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you have the evidence and you've written about it and you have all that stuff on your website. So, where the marketing used to be like, get out there and have a little bit on all these different sites. Now, what we tell people is make your website the hub of everything of you. Second part of what I would say is limit your social media, right? Like, the idea
Mm.
that you need to be everywhere is bananas, right? It's just bananas.
Yeah.
Your clients don't use social media to find a lead in most cases, right? Most people are
Yeah.
not, I mean, unless you're somebody that's selling products at Christmas, because we all like dump a bunch of money on Instagram at Christmas, right? Like, unless it's that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Most people, when they're on social media, are doing social media time. So if you're scrolling on Instagram, the ability to like grab someone and make them into a client is kind of reduced at this point. Pick the social channels that you like to produce. If you're a video person, do them all. Do TikTok, do Instagram, do LinkedIn, do all of it. Do YouTube for sure. But if you're not a video person, put them all to the side. Don't do a little bit. Don't do one or two videos. What's the point? Make a video for your website, fine. But don't do, $100, $1,500 worth of videos once a year. It does nothing for you. Pick the social channel that you're going to do on a regular basis. That's what works.
Got it.
Mhm.
So much harder to survive without doing video though. God, I wish people would get
I
over
mean,
it.
video,
Just get
great.
over it. Do it.
Oh, I'm with you. But don't just do it a little bit. Like, go for
Yeah.
it.
Go
All
yeah.
in.
All right. So before we get to your business, we have one last question. And the last question is it's trending. It's one of the things people are talking most about. It's the burnout. So how do
Mm.
you, because you're doing all the things and you're handling all the stuff and you got AI now helping you see how you can have your hands in everything. How do you avoid the burnout? Because it's such a prevalent thing right now.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Like, have you ever talked to anybody that does too much stuff with AI?
Yeah.
They have so much. They're like, I have, 20-page document for a one sheet that I need to write. Like, it's just overkill. I think
Yeah.
burnout to some degree is about getting honest with yourself about your capacity,
That's
right?
good.
So, I mean, this is the therapist in me talking for a second, but like, look, man, you don't have to do everything. You just have to do what's right for your clients. You have to decide what kind of business you want. You want a little business, a medium sized business? Do you want a business where your
That's good.
values are really driving the show? So you're showing up for every client, like you're doing every podcast, right? Or do you want a business where like it's volume? Let's just kick them through. Let's just make a lot of money. Let's do that. Your burnout is a proportionate response to the gap in what you're good at and what you feel like you're doing and what you have to do to get there,
That's good.
right? So you're less burned out when you're excited about things, right?
Yeah.
And what excites you? Is it newness? Is it novelty? Is it learning things? Is it like structure? I like to know, like, every day I do this. This is how I do it. Find your zone of excellence, right? And master that. And then hire out other people to help with the parts that you're just not good at. Like, stop trying to do everything, right? Like, I hate Canva, hate it, right? Hated it so much. Like, I'm like, Canva is like awful, right?
Yeah.
So I found somebody to do Canva, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't stop having something to post on social media. I just stopped forcing myself to learn something, because you will feel more burned out when you're struggling with the things you're bad at, right? Do the things you're good at, right? And if your business is struggling, you don't have the budget, figure out like, how can you do less of the things you're bad at and more of the things you're good at? So create a reward system. I did all these things that I'm really good at. I'm going to try something that's hard. I did all these things that are hard. I'm going to do something I'm really good at. Like, figure out what works for you. We're all different. but we need energy boosts to keep going. So figure out what that is and you'll feel less burned out.
That's a great answer. You know what? Leave it to the psychologist to like get right to the point. Great pointed answers, like getting right to it. Like, yeah, I didn't have any follow-ups. Like you got to all the answers. Like I should just interview psychologists in the business marketing all the time. It's just right to it.
Thank you.
All right. So let's talk about your business. We'll let you do the outro and then where people can get a hold of you to talk about their business and the psychology of it and things that they can do to, narrow it down and make their business more successful.
Well, thanks. So I run a business called Crownsville Media. So there's one Crownsville in the whole United States. This is my brilliant plan for a business name. So Crownsville Media does website development. So about 80% of our clients we're building a website for. That could be something totally new, or it could be refreshing something that's a little old, outdated, or doesn't really function very well. So we build websites and then we do marketing after that. So marketing for us is all kinds of content creation, soup to nuts. We do that. We do some social media stuff. A lot of things like your LinkedIn page is really critical. So we definitely like help update people's bios on LinkedIn. All of us have to be on our best behavior on LinkedIn because we might need a job one day and we can't look like we behave badly. Right. So, and you can find me at crownsvillemedia.com. I'm Melanie, and there's a button at the top of the page for a free consultation. I talk to everybody. So all sales in my business come directly through me. So you'll meet me and I'm happy to talk to people about what's going on for them and give them advice about what to do. So that's me.
That's awesome. I love the conversation. I have a soft spot. My wife's a psychology teacher. So like I always have the psychologist soft spot. So yeah, there I go.
There you go.
Yeah, we probably could talk about it because I think every business owner should have a degree in some, even a minor, maybe in psychology. Like it's such a natural fit though.
It is a fit. It's a very good fit. I agree.
So, all right. We thank you for your time and your expertise. Be sure you reach out to her, at least follow her, because I know on social media, she's going to have some great content and so forth too. So follow her, have a meeting with her, and, focus your business. It's going to be avoiding burnout and getting right to the things that work. So we appreciate your time today.
You bet, Billy. Take care.
And if authentic, practical marketing resonates with you, be sure to visit livelocalwarmmarketing.com and learn to grow your business on Warm Marketing Referrals.